Hi, I'm Denise Gagne. I'm here today to go over lesson 22, February week 3 lessons from pre-K all the way to middle school. So I'm going to start on the classic site, and the classic site is musicplayonline.com. And I would click here to go into the online learning, and I would select my grade. So my grade, first grade is pre-K, and in pre-K, we always do an overview of the lesson. Any supporting resources are here as PDFs, and then we go through each lesson activity step by step. But I'm going to take us over to the beta site instead. And the beta site, the format of the learning modules or lesson modules is actually quite a bit nicer. So if I start with pre-K, I'll pull up the same lesson, lesson 22. And I have the same overview here, and I have the same step-by-step sets. But now all the screens are bigger. I can make them even bigger by going full screen, but this is a nicer layout. So we start with a little echo song. It's music time, it's music time. And the kids sing the echoes. And then we do one of my favorite movement songs, Go Bananas, where we go bananas, and we do lots of other vegetables. As you'll see, that's become kind of a theme of this lesson is vegetables. Review the finger play Mix a Pancake, and that's because we're not sure whether Shrove Tuesday is going to land earlier or later, but we included it in both. And here's the movements for Mix a Pancake, and now there's a new finger play, chop, chop, chippity chop, 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 chippity chop. Cut off the bottom and cut off the top. What there is left, you throw in the pot. Chop, chop, chippity chop. And I'm chopping into my elbow if you are having a hard time seeing that. So this is a fun one. And for little vegetables like a radish, we'll do it in a high voice. Chop, chop, chippity chop. For big vegetables like the giant pumpkin, we'll do it in a low voice. Chop, chop, chippity chop. And that's demonstrated in the kids demo video. And you want the kids to think of as many vegetables as you can. So I have these word rhythm cards, and they're mentioned, of course, in the lesson. But what I like to do with them is put them in the pocket chart or put them out in front of the kids, and we make word rhythm patterns with them. Now, the four that are pictured here are potato, pumpkin, pancakes, radish. Potato, pumpkin, pancakes, radish. And we decide how to perform them, and we make them into a little rhythm composition. For pre-K, working with word rhythms is a really good way to do it. And pancakes maybe isn't the best example, but corn, mushrooms, beans, lettuce. All of these are available at the song Chop Chop Chippity Chop, and you can certainly use all of them. We continue with our letter songs. In pre-K, letter W. W says wha. W says wha. Wha like walrus. W says wha. And here's the Wild Friends story that you can read to the children. There's a movement improvisation. Think about how they might move. And then we learn the song. You can waddle like a walrus. And as usual, oh, we missed the kids' demo here. I'll have to put it in. This song, Riding the Roller Coaster, is a really fun song for teaching melodic direction. Up, 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 so high, going down so low. And when the kids do it with the stretchy band, they just giggle and laugh all the way through it. They really enjoyed this activity. If you're not able to do it with the stretchy band because of COVID restrictions, just do it with your hands. Up, 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 so high. But it definitely is more fun when you can play with the stretchy band. And then we have a link to the story, Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Many schools will have this already in their library. If you have it in your library, of course, use the live book. And this is one of the classics. This is one your kids will probably want to read it this week, next week, the week after, all the way till the end of June. And if you missed reading Pancakes, Pancakes by Eric Carle last week, you can include that in this week's lessons as well. If time permits, dramatize the Surprise Symphony. This is a review from last week. The kids love this. And we end with Skinnamarink-a-dink-a-dink. So that is our pre-K lesson 22 for February, the third week of February. We're finished with Valentine's Day now, and we're on to February week 3. So now I'm going to go on to the kindergarten lesson 22 for February week 3. And here's our overview. This time we're going to sing our echoes and welcome to school. And then we're going to sing to Melody the elephant. Now, Melody the elephant's a special elephant because whatever you tell her to do in a singing voice, she'll do. So if I say, Melody, jump up and down, nothing happens. But if I sing, Melody, jump up and down, she'll do it. And the kids love singing to Melody. There's a kids demo here, and it will illustrate some of the ways that I've used this. My demo is with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, so it might be younger than your kindergarten students. Your kindergarten students might catch on faster, but many times the kids will say something like, Melody, jump, and then I'll have to tell them, if you sing it to Melody, she'll jump, and I'll model. I'll get the kids to sing. But after 2 or 3 times of using Melody the elephant, the kids are very happy to sing to Melody. They love Melody the elephant. In fact, lots of times when they go home, they want to give Melody a little hug or a little kiss. And of course, right now, we can't share toys, so it's kind of sad. Now we have a little dance called the Wallaby Hop. And this one, we added some moves that go like this. So we're doing some crossing the midline with the kids. And some of the other moves are like the traditional bunny hop where you jump forward, jump back, and jump, jump, jump. And it fits with this song really well. It's a song by Lee and Sandy Paley. And we found some pictures of a wallaby to superimpose on Ayers Rock so that you'd know what wallabies look like. And then we do, this is our Australian day, then we do a kangaroo song. And this is a little guessing game. Kangaroo, skippy-roo, dozing in the midday sun, comes a hunter, run, 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 guess who's caught you just for fun. So it's a little guessing game that comes to us from our friends down under. And we have some really good interactives with this. So the first thing is to play it as a guessing game, and you modify according to what you're allowed to do. The kangaroo covers his eyes or hides, and then the class sings the question, and the hunter alone sings the last line. If you're on Zoom, you could play as suggested, and you could ask the hunter to unmute and sing it out loud so they can hear. If you're in person and you aren't allowed to sing, play the recording for the first 3 phrases, and then have the hunter say, guess who's caught you just for fun, in a speaking voice if you're not allowed to sing. You can still do the song and get the repetitions, and then we will launch the interactive beat and rhythm activity. Really good activity. So point to the beat as you sing, or say, kangaroo, skippy-roo, dozing in the midday sun, comes a hunter, run, 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 guess who's caught you just for fun. And after the kids have played the guessing game, they'll have done it lots of times. In this activity, you turn off some of the beats and you put those beats inside your head. This helps to develop inner hearing or audiation. Kangaroo, skippy-roo, comes a hunter, run, 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 guess who's caught you just for fun. And I want the kids to develop this left to right tracking, and I want them to develop the ability to hear the song inside their head. Clap the words. Kangaroo, skippy-roo, dozing in the midday sun, comes a hunter, run, 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 guess who's caught you just for fun. And it's illustrated to show you the beat rhythm switch. I don't know that I've ever done this actually with kindergarten, so you might want to skip this, but I would have them step the beat when they see this card. Kangaroo, skippy-roo, dozing in the midday sun. And then you clap the words when you see this card. Comes a hunter, run, 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 guess who's caught you just for fun. So the kids begin to understand the difference between the beat that is the steady pulse and the rhythm that is the way the words go. And this assessment, again, I might do this with a really good kindergarten class, I might not. But now we can figure out if it's one sound or two. Kanga, How many sounds? It's 2 sounds. Roo, kanga, skippy, I guess. Roo, and we figure out how many sounds on a beat it is. And that's probably as far as I want to go with my kindergartens in rhythm reading. If you want to take them further and teach them your rhythm names, my rhythm names are TT and Ta. 2 sounds on a beat, boys and girls, I call TT. I call 1 sound on a beat, Ta. And then we could read the rhythms. But it depends on the year. It has to be a really good kindergarten class before I'll do that. What I've done here is explained the steps individually instead of doing them all in one. Is it 1 or 2 sounds on a beat? Now we have Kangaroo from Carnival of the Animals, which is a beautiful live video. So that is a wonderful intro video to Kangaroo. And I'll put it on pause. And then we have a dramatization. I tell the kids we're a mama kangaroo and we're looking for our baby. Is she over there? Is she over there? And then we're going to hop in that direction. So lots of fun. If you're going in classroom to classroom, you can still do the activity. You can see I was going into the classroom there. The Hey There Friend activity is fun. It's a review from last week. Hey there, friend, tell me how do you do? We're gonna have fun, yes, me and you. Won't you give me high five and boogie on down? Hip check once and turn around, and you figure out ways to adapt it for the current teaching situation. So there's Zoom ideas, there's in-person ideas for you, and we end with skinnamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skinnamarink-a-doo, and that is the kindergarten lesson, lesson 22, February week 3. Now I'm going to show the grade 1 lesson 22 for February week 3. And in this lesson, here's our outline. We're going to actually do some sea shanties in this week, and it's going to be fun. So we're going to start by clapping the rhythms to welcome to music. This is our new play-along rhythm series. I clap, then you clap. So I'll clap the first row. Students, clap the next. Your turn. So I would still clap and have the kids echo. We've got a few rhythms in here that are new for grade 1s. Good way to introduce them and experience them. But that's why I would clap and have students echo. And then we have a body percussion activity where the children clap or pat. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Tap, 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 tap. So we're going to add more of these because we've had very, very good reports from teachers. So kids are liking them. Create your own movement to the beat with number 36G. Choose student leaders who will decide how to move. And whatever way the leader moves, the class copies. New leader starts here. So whenever there's a change in section, whenever a section finishes, a new leader starts. So this is under 4-minute video about sea shanties that the author has been kind enough to allow us to use. And it's a wonderful introduction to sea shanties. And then Haul Away Joe is a sea shanty that you can teach to first grade. It's easy, the responses the kids can sing, and you make up movements that you might be doing if you were a sailor at sea. Then we're going to learn to sing Mr. Potato Head.
1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato.
So you adapt it again for your current teaching situation. And you may want to have 3 guessers and you give out the objects to 3 kids, be it on Zoom or be it on person. And again, in person, if you can't sing, you say, who has the eyes? I have the eyes. And they sing. Next year, we'll be able to sing that again. I certainly hope. There is a solfa challenge for Mr. Potato Head, and it uses so, me, and do. So if you want to teach that to your children, you can. As you can see, we only have the 3 choices. And so it's, again, good practice for the kids. Learning to do the so, me, do. Now we watch another singing game. This one's Wishy Washy Wee. We're keeping on the C theme. And you adapt for your own circumstances. So everybody will be partners with the teacher if you're on Zoom. March in place for the A section. Oh, we are 2 sailors lately come from sea. And if you want to go away, come along with me. And then fold arms and do kind of a sailor's hornpipe jig where you kick your heels out. Oh, wishy washy, wishy washy, wishy washy wee. And if you want to go away, come along with me. As long as the kids have lots of movement to do, they're going to enjoy. Aiken Drum was introduced last week. If you can invite the children to find things for non-pitched instruments, they could do that song again, playing along with it. And then the music time is over. The music time is over. So that's our grade 1, lesson 22 for February week 3. Now I'm going into grade 2, lesson 22 for February week 3. And this is a lesson very much built around tempo and learning more about tempo. So we have a tempo sort worksheet that will be an optional activity for your students to do. We'll clap the rhythms for Welcome to Music. And again, I would do the first line and ask the kids to clap the second line so that we still have the call response feel. The body percussion fun video is the same one as in kindergarten, and it's fun for the kids to do. We use clap, pat, and stomp in this grade level because our little ones often can't snap yet. And then we're going to learn ham and eggs. Ham and eggs, ham and eggs. I like my bread nice and brown. I like my cooked upside down. Ham and eggs, ham and eggs. Flip, flop, flip, flop. Ham and eggs. And then we go faster. I hope you really love this new recording. It's part of our ongoing project to redo the recordings in Musicplay with live instruments and this wonderful choir from Indianapolis. So now we show you another way of doing the movements where this group stands up, this group stands up. And again, if you watch the kids, you'll see it. So you divide your class into 2 groups. One is the hams, the other is the eggs, and they get to move and they get to go faster and faster with each repetition. So can you label the form of the sections in ham and eggs using letters? So it's A, B, A, C. And then I have in the lesson module review the tempo terms. So this word means to play or sing slowly. Adagio means to play or sing slowly. And I love the way Artie Almeida does tempo terms. She says them in tempo and the students repeat. Adagio means to play or sing slowly. Kids say adagio means to play or sing slowly. And if these words are too hard for them to read, that's good reading practice as well. Moderato means to play or sing at a medium speed. Allegro means to play or sing fast and lively. Presto means to play or sing very quickly. Prestissimo means to play or sing as fast as you can go. And that's about as fast as I can go. And then we take you to the tempo interactive, where you get to choose your level. In this one, I could choose just largo, moderato, and presto. And if I want to go largo first, I play. Oh, and that's pretty slow. T. And I certainly won't do them all. I'm going to jump to presto. Let's just see. And if you want to review those terms, the teaching slides will have all the terms that are in this particular video. There's an optional worksheet. Optional because not every kid has a printer at their home, and so they can't do it. But if you are in person and your kids have scissors and glue, they cut these out and they glue them on to their definition. Good practice for them. And then we're going to learn the song Eyes the By. And again, if you can't sing, we've got movement options for you. And this is a very simple movement. Move in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. On the chorus, you do hip to one side, hip to the other, and then turn in your own circle for 8. So that's the movement to go with Eyes the By, in particular, if you're not allowed to sing. And then we have some information about the folk song. It's a folk song from Newfoundland, and we have some pictures. We show where Newfoundland is. It's the most eastern part of North America. In fact, the first telegram that was ever sent by Marconi was sent from England to St. John's, Newfoundland, because it was the closest point in North America. St. John's is the capital of Newfoundland. Fishing's an important industry there. You can view icebergs in Newfoundland. I want to see one before I die. That's on my bucket list. Newfoundland has a rugged coast. And then we have a movement exercise. And this, we invite the kids to mirror the movements. And it's a rondo, but the A section is given twice at the start. And I'm going to confuse you by mirroring myself, but that's the rondo with hands. And if you do have paper plates, we can do it with paper plates as well. So 2 ways to do the rondo. If your kids don't have paper plates at home, you could invite them to cut out circles. But paper plates are something that I would hope your kids have in their instrument kits. And we always invite them, after trying these ideas, create your own. Review the previous week's lesson as time permits. I See the Moon is our little song. Circle Round the Zero was fun to do last week. It'll be fun to do again, and lots of options for alternate games because we can't touch for the most part this year. And then the music time is over. So that's the end of lesson 22, grade 2 for February week 3. Now I'm going to look at grade 3, lesson 22 for February week 3. And in this one, we're going to continue working on 3/4 meter. This is the grade level where I introduce it. And we've got some really fun activities that my students have really enjoyed. So the first is the body percussion that is in 3/4. So we're getting it in their heads. And then we're going to learn about Maori stick games. Ipapa is a tititoria or Maori stick game. If you're in class, I really like doing this with lummy sticks. But if you're doing this at home, you may have to use whatever you've got. So the translation of the part of the song, Alas, I Will Die, Oh Girl, Return to Me. And then you can listen to the recording of the song. And kids echo. A-O-A. And that way they learn the language. It's a very simple technique for learning foreign language songs. Just pause it, sing back, play some more, sing back. Now watch these two young men as they play E Papa. They're actually really good at doing it, and you'll enjoy the video of them. And think of ways that you can do patterns by yourself. For example, tap, click, click, tap, click, click. I could do that by myself. I don't need a partner for that. I could do tap right, flip, and tap left, flip, right, flip, and left, flip, and right, flip, and left, flip. And that will help get me ready for the time when I do have a partner and I can do more complicated ones. Okay, I've got tap both, click, flip, both, click, flip, both, click, flip. Think up patterns that are going to challenge your kids and make them think without being impossible for them to do. And then we have a Safe Share link to the Polynesian Cultural Center where you get to see really good performers doing a tititoria. Now we're going to learn about another song. This is a Canadian folk song and donkey riding. And the donkey in the song is not an animal donkey. It's a steam donkey. This is a picture of one. So it was a steam-powered winch, which was used long ago in logging operations and to load lumber onto ships. So that's what the song is about. And then I teach a cup game with donkey riding. Now for cups, any plastic cup will do. But to be honest, I really like my empty yogurt containers. So clap, clap. It makes a really nice thunk of a sound. So your students at home, they can use plastic cup, they can use yogurt container, whatever they've got that will work, and copy the movements. Donkey riding has a couple of places where there's staccatos and accents. And so this is a good opportunity to teach about staccato, legato, and accents. Staccato means to play the note in a detached style. Legato means to smoothly connect the notes. And an accent means to emphasize the note. And can you find the part in donkey riding right here where there's a staccato and an accent? And this is another good place to talk about dynamics. P means piano. You sing that part soft. And you sing this part F or forte loud. So lots of good things to learn from this song. Now we have a song that's a really good example of legato. And this is the sarabande. And it's played by the Canadian Brass. It's a beautiful piece. And I ask, is the sarabande played staccato, accented, or legato? The players smoothly connect the notes, so it's legato. This is a really good example to have the kids do mirror movement. When they copy what I'm doing in the video, they're mirroring me. Now invite them to choose a partner and create their own movement to the piece. And one is the leader, the other is the mirror. That is a wonderful activity. I've also done a paper plates. That's an option you can use for the same piece. Review as time permits. Austrian wet yodeling. It's a fun song in 3/4 meter. Here's our kids demo for it. And Ton Moulin is a French song. So we've really traveled the world this week in grade 3, lesson 22 for February week 3. Now I'm going to take you to grade 4, lesson 22 for February week 3. Now, in this lesson, we're doing something I don't think we've done before, and that is learning a line dance for Country Kitty Boogie. And if you're in the country, you might see roosters. So Let's Catch a Rooster ties in really well with that. And then we're going to continue with recorder melodies if you've been doing that. So there's some supporting resources. One is the Rooster Chase game. And there's a beat and rhythm card as well for you to play beat rhythm switch. So the line dance, this is Kathy. and she's a line dance instructor in my local community, a very good line dance instructor. And she does first learn the steps where she explains them. And again, it's an 8-minute video. If your kids are quick to catch on, skip that one and go right to the counts. But honestly, her explanation is worth the time if your kids haven't tried any line dancing before. And this is a line dance where she does not change walls. So it's going to be a little bit more doable for our elementary students. Then she does the line dance to the counts or to the beat. So what moves fall on each beat of the pattern. And then finally you do the whole line dance. And this is a song from grade 4 and it lends itself really well.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward, back, slap, slap. Forward, hop, backward, hop.
And so I think the kids will have lots of fun with that line dance. And it's a great activity to do it in person or on Zoom. You can do it either way. Now we're going to watch the kids play the Let's Catch a Rooster game. And it's kind of a maze game where I have a circle inside a circle. It's not going to work in the traditional way. So you're going to have to adapt. So I think learn the song, let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do. And then what I've suggested doing is reviewing beat and rhythm. Find 2 things and you play the song. And when I hold up the beat card, you click the beat. When teacher holds up the rhythm card, you drum the rhythm. So I'm going to start the song back here. Beat.
Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do. Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do.
Rhythm.
Sing, do-do-do, sing, do-do-do.
Beat.
Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do. Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do.
Rhythm.
Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do. Sing, do-do-do, sing, do-do-do. Let's catch.
So that is going to be fun for the kids and a good way to review again. The beat is the steady pulse of the music that you can feel, move, or play to. And the rhythm in a song with words is the way the words go. Then I want the kids to review the note values. And I've given these in supporting resources. And they're cards that you can copy onto cardstock and cut out. The basic ones are here, the first 6. And then I've done 6 more that are more challenging rhythms. And whether you use these or not is going to depend on whether you've taught them to your students. So you can use only the first 6 or you can use all of them. The other way that you could do this steeplechase game is by making a dice with note values on it. Or if you have this publication, Rhythm Dice Games, it comes with 25 music dice, but they're a little bit small for the kids to use, and it's a little bit hard. So I'm going to put the thing down here so you can see my, just put it right on top here. Here we go. Here is my game board, and I am going to race my spiders around the board. Let's get that so you can see them. See. Okay, there's my spiders. So spider 1 is yellow. Spider 2 is the red one. And look at this. Spider 1 got a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spider 2 got a dotted half note. 1, 2, 3. Spider 1 has to wait a turn because he got a rest. Spider 2 got a half note. 1, 2. Oh no, red spider's in the lead. Okay, Spider 1 gets a pair of 8th notes. Pair of 8th notes is 1 sound on a beat. So you would continue until you have a winner. And when you have a winner, they get our rubber chicken. I was Lucky I found up this little old rubber chicken that's small. You can teach or practice. It depends where your students are at. We get to the point where it's hard. Uh, some grade 4 classes are very advanced, and in my language, T-TIC rhythms are something that they're very capable of doing. Other grade 4 classes, if they haven't had a consistent music program in the first 3 years, they may still be on TT and TA. So this would be a teaching exercise for those beginning classes. I might skip parts of it with my other classes. So this is pointing to the beat. Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do. Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do. And we would continue on to the whole song. Here we would clap the words. Let's catch a rooster, yes, let's do. And it's illustrating the words with little roosters. The beat rhythm switch game that I did earlier with grade 3s, we could do now, or that I did earlier actually with the cards, we could do again if we wish to, or we could do it here in place. Here is an assessment you play, and then if it's playing the beat, I ask the kids to tap on their heart. Yes, it's this side of me. If it's the rhythm, I ask them to clap the words. Now you drag to show the rhythms. Let's catch a is T-ticka in my time names. You can use whatever rhythm names you want. Rooster, T. Yes, let's do one sound. So you go through and you figure out how many sounds there are on each beat. And if you haven't named those rhythms yet, this is a good opportunity to label your rhythms. You can create a new pattern with word rhythms. I suggest you go on and do it with actual note values. Ticka, ticka, tee, tee. Tee, ticka, ta. Tee, 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 tee. Ta, ta. Lots of suggestions of how you can perform that. It depends what you've got. If you can only do desk drumming, then that's what you do. Ticka, ticka, tee, tee, ticka, ta. Tee, 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 ta, ta. Decide how to perform it, and then you can use your song as your A section and this new composition as your B section. So you get the kids doing some creating. And that's what I suggest here. Use the song as a theme and create a B section. And you can review recorder melodies. Up till now, I've been suggesting that you do this. If you're just starting, choose the beginning songs. If your kids are way farther along, choose harder ones. And I can play G, B. And if I want to, I can use keyboard instead. So I would use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've included that as part of the grade 4 lesson, not as the complete grade 4 lesson, because I think I think that's a good activity for about 10 or 15 minutes, but perhaps not for a full 45 or 60-minute lesson. So that's my grade 4 lesson, 22 for February week 3. Now I'm going to show you the grade 5 and the middle school lesson. Same lesson for grade 5 and middle school this week, and it's lesson 22. We're still working through the history of jazz. In this lesson, we're also going to learn about time signatures, including 5/4. So our objectives are here. We've got all the supporting resources we need for the lesson. So we start by learning about time signatures. A time signature tells how many beats there are in each measure of music and what kind of note gets one beat. So the top numbers tells us there's 2 beats in that measure. The 2 on the top, 2 beats per measure. 4 on the bottom tells us a quarter note gets 1 beat. How many beats would there be in a measure of 3/4 time? There'd be 3. In 4/4 time, there'd be 4. Because 4/4 time is the most common, the symbol C is often substituted for 4/4. How many beats would there be in a measure of 5/4 time? 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to get to perform some rhythms in 5/4 meter. And I've linked to the tempo tool, and down here is our 5/4 meter, and I can choose my tempo. I'm going to choose, I guess I have to choose either Andante or Presto because the other ones aren't available right now. Andante, and 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kids are really enjoying this, and you won't be taping, so you'll be able to try all the different tempos that are available there. Then we're going to listen to a performance of 5/4 groove. This class has done a great job. I'm going to scoot ahead a little bit. So they've done a great job of performing this piece. And then we actually listened to a performance of it. And as the students gain confidence with the song, it would be fun to have them create their own syllables instead of using the syllables that are in there. Let's see if I can get to that part.
Improvising with a jazzy sound. Shooby-doo-a-wee-bop around town.
Great, great piece. So in this jazz history lesson, we're going to learn about Dizzy Gillespie. Here is the lesson questions. You can give this to students as a worksheet if you want, or you could simply discuss the lessons. And where it says listening assessment, we're going to give you a link to the Salt Peanuts song. Here's your Safe Share link. If for some reason Safe Share doesn't work for you, just Google it. And then we're going to learn about Charlie Parker. And we're going to discuss the questions again. And the listening example here is celebrity. So here's your Safe Share link to celebrity. I have learned a lot by doing these jazz lessons, and I hope your students and you learn lots too. So that is grade 5 and middle school lesson 22, February week 3. I'm Denise Gagne. If you have any questions about any of this, please send me an email, denise@musicplay.ca. This is the beta.musicplay online website, which is going to become just the Musicplay online website. We're going to retire the classic site in the next coming months. So enjoy the lessons. Let me know how you like them. We love to see videos and photos of your kids if you're permitted to do that. Thank you.